Welcome to London Discourse. My name is Kathy and I'm your host. Today I have with me on the panel Akinzo, Miski, Johnny and Jasmine. And today we will be talking about financial freedom. Things we should be doing to assist us with the future. So how to become financially free eventually. I believe that's everyone's plan. Perhaps not entirely, not 100% possible, but we can definitely try to work towards that. So today, the panel and I will be exploring that. So I'm going to pick one of you guys randomly. Miski, what does financial freedom mean to you?
Ooh. Okay. I feel like for me personally, financial freedom is being in a state whereby I can buy whatever I want to buy, not on credit, not on somebody else's sweat, on my own hard-earned money. It also means being able to not just afford what I want, but also not buying things for the sake of just owning things as well. So financial freedom comes in many forms. You can have financial freedom in your personal life and not have it in your business life. You can have financial freedom in your personal life, but not in your family life. So for me, having a financial freedom is a well-rounded thing. So that means in my work, in my place, in my business, in my personal life, as well as in my family as well. I need to be financially free. And what do I mean by in family? You know, a lot of the time we come from families of different background. Sometimes you have to become the breadwinner or have to assist in more capacity than you normally would, and you can't run yourself down based on somebody else's financial burden. So you need to make sure you have freedom on every round, not just in your own alone.
That's very good, Miski. Thank you. So that means, that's everyone. Financial freedom probably mean different things to different people, depending on your circumstances, where you are, and also there are levels, like you said, to get there. We're going to explore the steps that we can take to get there. Johnny, I think you have a different definition, don't you?
No, similar to what she said actually. For me, it's been able to take care of business, without stressing about money. Being in a situation where I'm able to save up enough money to pay for my children's university fees, being able to have a breakdown and sort my car out without thinking, oh my god, where am I going to get that money from? So it's being in a position where I don't have to worry, I don't have to stress about spending money. I'm thinking about pension. I can retire today and know that, listen, I've stocked up enough money, to know that when I retire, I'll be living comfortably on the beach somewhere. To me, that's what financial freedom means.
Okay, thank you, Johnny. So
to me, I feel like the only time you can be financially free is when you allow money to work for you as opposed to you working for money.
Nice.
Being able to not have to get up in the morning, because realistically most people just go to work to pay their bills. That's the reality. We go to work to pay our bills, but financial freedom is, to me, is being able to have money work for you, as opposed to you working for money, because that's what essentially most of us are doing.
And give a description of that. How would that work, money working for you?
So that could mean different, for example, having multiple streams of income. So when you said about having personal skills and kind of utilising that, making money out of that. Like for example, me, I'm a full-time teacher, but I do private tutoring on the side. So I've got my main income, but I've also got a second income that's also bringing money in. And then I'm into fashion as well, so I do a bit of personal styling. So it's about finding things that you're passionate about that you can also make money out of. I think that's the main thing, not just doing things on the side for the sake of it, but doing things that you genuinely have a passion for and you're good at.
We all know running a business in reality is very difficult. So I do like what you said. You've got your main income and you have all these other side businesses that you do.
I don't think you can truly be financially free on one income. I just don't think it's realistic. Even if you are entrepreneur, I feel like the entrepreneurs that I know of have multiple businesses.
That's right.
They're not relying on that one business. So I think it's about trying to kind of just jump off different streams and knowing which ones are safe and knowing which ones are for you, because not
every business has a risk.
Exactly.
You need to know the risk and assess everything together.
I think no matter how advanced you are or how rich you become, you have to constantly make your money work for you. And that's one thing that is coming back to social media now, because a lot of the time you're used to people flashing their wealth, flashing their stuff. And people that actually have this money, people like Bill Gates, Mark, they're actually wearing God knows where to get those kind of stuff from. But the thing is, they don't have to show you that you're afraid. The thing is, my financial freedom is different from your financial freedom, and I totally agree with what you said about having multiple income. One thing I always say to people, whenever I'm interested in a guy, interested in me, I'm always trying to ask question: what practical skills do you have? Because it's important to honestly, I can cook, I can do hairs, I can like give business advice, financial advice, and I make money off those things. Like if I sit with you and go through your finance with you and give you a plan to like, especially if you try to buy a house, for example, I can charge you like £50. That's enough for me to like do for food for the week or something. But the thing is, I'm always asking this question: like, what can you do with your hand? Let's say, God forbid, your mainstream of income disappears. What do you do then? Imagine you're married to somebody pregnant like 8 months or 6 months or whatever. He's lost his job. Do you know how stressful that can be if he's just at home nagging you? But if he's got skills that he's doing, he's out on there trying to still hustle, still trying to still make sure his other stream are still alive as well. Because it's one thing to have a stream, but it's another thing to make sure he's living and alive and breathing well. And that's what we need to focus on in order for us to truly achieve that financial freedom. At the same time as well, look at what your peers is doing. If your peers are kind of people that just want to go to the club, like show off, buy drinks, and you're following them popping drinks and you don't know where the money is coming from, my guy, sit down and rethink your life. If you're the kind of people but if you're the kind of friends like if you kind of people, they sit down asking you questions, like somebody has asked me a question like, okay, Misky, what are you doing with all this money? You've been working all this for, what are you doing with your money? I'm like, you will say it's coming, you will say, like sometimes I don't want to tell people like, oh, this or that. Like I literally did not tell people I was making a big investment until I've actually signed the dotted line. I'll be like, yes, I've done it now. And I'm like, where's that come from? But the thing is this: having that financial freedom is not just your journey, it's a journey of people around you as well. So if they're not if they're not adding to that, they're going to be taken away from me.
That's right.
You know, you have to be careful who you allow into your life and what role they are playing well.
It's a bit like the biblical term yoke, being of the same yoke.
Would you say you're financially stable right now?
Of course.
Wait on.
Because if I'm not listening, there's nothing more I pride on myself than going to bed without worrying about nobody coming to my door asking for money. Do you get? Even if I owe you, I must have a agreed plan with you when I will pay you back. Trust me, by hook or by crook, the day I promise you that money, it will land in your account.
Crook or 409?
Don't go and blah doesn't mean that it's 409, my dear. No, but like what I mean is that if I know that okay, let's give you an example. I made a sort of a big investment recently, but I didn't have enough to make that, so I had to borrow some money. And I agreed, okay, by this date, I will give you that money. Since then, I don't even go out, I don't buy lunch, I don't buy nothing, I don't go shopping, because until I pay that money back, I'm not going to be appeared as if I'm having fun. Like, I don't want to be spending that money unnecessarily until I pay that person back. Do you get? Being financially free does not mean you can't owe people. You can owe people, but still being able to manage it and still pay them back.
That's what financial freedom is, really. It's an ongoing process, and it's an ongoing management of the finances that you have. And it's not something that you attain overnight.
Like family, because obviously, like, I'm African, and just looking at my family situation, like take my dad for example. He's on some good good money, and he should be able to be financially stable. You know, had he just had a nuclear family over here and just taking care of us. But obviously, when you look back home, man's got a whole village he's looking after. You know, so even though he's like on such good money, you know, it's really difficult for him to be free, financially free.
And that's the problem with a lot of Africans, isn't it? Which tends to lead to a lot of depression as well.
Hey.
Yeah, it's true. You can have some people down there and you're under, and everyone relies on you. They keep coming to you constantly.
I mean, number one, you definitely won't be financially free. You will not be mentally free either.
Depression is a bit
taking care of bills back there.
I mean, one thing I learned from quite a young age, and I feel that's what has made me who I am today, and that's why I can say yes, I'm financially free from all angle, because I've something I've had to learn. When I was young, I used to be on the street, so and from a young age I had to learn how to run a small business. I was quite, some people might see it and be saying, oh, you have such a drastic upbringing, but I'm proud of that, because back then I used to sell pure water, I used to sell food, I used to sell kerosene, and from that in Nigeria,
Yes.
Even if I'm hungry, I'll literally purposely throw it on the floor so that people can give me money and I make some more money. You have to like know how the streets work. But the point I'm trying to draw from there is that from doing that, I was able to take my skills. The people I was living with became sick, and I was in primary 4 then, so I had to then finish my own education based on what I was hawking on the streets already up to primary 6, and I was even saving to go to secondary school where my family found me again. So the thing is, having financial freedom is not just coming from an affluent background. You can come from something, you know, as little as nothing, and you have to, like, it's a mental thing. And the thing is, it's not just, when I say financial freedom, especially for family, it doesn't mean you shouldn't help people. It means helping people and still be free. I can help you today and I'll still be fine, but I'm not going to help you and tomorrow I'm running away from my debtors. One thing I try to do is that even with the money coming in, I'll put everything in percentage. The percentage of what I can give without looking back. Because the Bible says when what your right hand give, let your left hand don't know about it. And sometimes when I help people, I always really try to look at it this way. Can I afford to help you without expecting you to pay me back? If I can do that, then I will help you.
Yeah, I'm like that as well. If I'm borrowing someone something or money, I don't expect it back. I don't want to be in a position where I give you something because I want it back, because very often you don't get it back. But of course, so I want to be in a position where I know I don't need it back. So if I
get it back, it's a bonus.
Yeah. So if I don't get it back, then it's fine.
Pull up to their house and get your money back. My money.
I was the way I cut some of my expenses as well. If anyone's inviting me for any, but if I don't know the celebrant person and I'm not close, I'm not going to any dinner, and just it's just a waste of time.
Dinners are the worst because you end up paying for everyone.
Yeah, they want you to they bring the pill together, and I'm thinking I only had water. I know I had. So what is this 60-something pounds? You know, I don't want to be involved. I just at home. I wish you happy birthday. I watch your Snapchat stories, commenting it.
Who else has asked people before they start dinner, are we going to pay at the end? Are we paying separately? Because sometimes I've been to dinner before and I ask, are we going to combine deals and split? Are we going to split? Are we going to split? Because that will determine what I'm going to order. I'm
actually embarrassing. Like, I've been to so many dinners where you get situations where there's money left and everyone's supposed to be paid, and you're like, so where's the remaining £50? Like, whose bill does this belong to? And everyone's gone. Do you know what I mean? So you're imagine as a celebrant now, you're left with the debt. It's embarrassing. Like, we need to do better, black people. Like, this is embarrassing. Like,
it's not just black people, by the way.
Why people don't go on like this?
Some of them happen. I'm sorry. Trust me, it don't happen. Don't even. It's not even about race. The thing is, if you can't pay your bills, stay at home.
I don't see why people moving like mathematicians at the dinner table.
They don't.
I don't see that. They don't move. No, I don't see that. I'm sorry.
The celebrant pays for everyone.
You go to the bar, the white brothers are up for doing rounds, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Who's got this round? Who's got that round? And the little black brother, bro, I'm cool, man. I'm alright. On it, like, you know. But I just want to say one thing, because me and Akin are quite similar, and we like to enjoy ourselves. We like to party. Yeah, I'm addicted to partying, and like I could probably splash like £400 a night, and then the next day I'm like, oh, what the fuck have I done? Excuse my French, yeah. But like Akin, he's a house party connoisseur. Like, you know, Akin, like he knows where all the house parties are. You know?
Financial money.
Whereas I'm paying like £20 for entry, you know, going to get drinks to pre-drink and then hitting the bar when I get into the rave. You know, Akin has it all sorted out, man. Yo, there's a house party here.
I didn't even know house party existed.
I know.
He's your man.
He's your man.
Yeah. Trust me, he can find a house party
for that.
anywhere. Yeah. He's the guy that I need to be with more, man.
So, I mean, will you change your?
No, I'll tell you what. So what I did one day, I sat down, took a paper, and then just started like doing my direct debits, my budgeting, student loan, and everything. And I saw that the bulk of my money goes towards partying.
Wow.
You know, I'm talking about probably a good 60%.
Oh,
of my wages.
Do you go out like every Friday, Saturday?
Friday, Saturday, some Thursdays.
Is that every week?
Every week, yeah.
Wow.
And have you changed that now, or is that something you're looking to change after
Oh,
today?
it's just Saturdays now.
I'll tell you what, yeah. Obviously, I started partying late. Like, obviously, I went to uni, heads down. I did what I needed to do.
Oh, I see.
So I started partying at like 21. So from 21 to now I'm 27, yeah, I went crazy, man. I was like, rah, I've been missing out.
And you're not
I find it boring. I stopped going clubbing maybe 4 or 5 years ago because it's basically the same thing. If it's not someone's birthday, why am I going there every time?
I think there's
I had the same music on Friday and Saturday. I mean, it just felt like it was a waste of time. You know, and so many people stepping you. I had some nice shoes at one time and they changed colour. Like, I just hated it. I just stopped going. I just go off bars, I chill, I relax. And if it's my proper close friends, I sleep over there, go in the morning, you know, help out, clean up. And that's it, you know.
I think for me,
are you changing your view?
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I mean,
don't
obviously,
feel forced to,
I've cut down. I've cut down the amount of partying I do. Sometimes I go out and I leave my card at home because I know, once I'm a bit tipsy, I'm hitting that bar. Like, you know, and I'll buy my friends drinks. Like, yo, what do you want, mate? You know, but obviously now, I leave the card at home. No more cash. No more contactless because that one I'm just tapping and spending. You know, so now I'm trying to save at least half my wages, and then the rest goes into things that I actually need. And I dedicate like £300 a month to like going out on dates. Did I say that?
Wow, dates. You pay for most of the dates, innit? Because you're the one asking them out, innit? You pay for most of the dates.
Nah, bro.
Wow, you're taking girls out, man.
Aki's available. If you want to take him out.
No, sorry.
Alright, bro. No guys like this. No, but another thing I did was I got a Monzo card.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
do you?
let me spec up.
Make sure detail is covered.
How do those work? I mean,
so let me just hide that in it. So what this card does is it checks up on my daily spending. So I've got the app. So every time I touch or put in my pin, it tells me like you spent this, and then during the day or in the evening, it tells me this is your total spending, and then you've got this left.
oh, that's
End of the month, it breaks everything down. This on groceries, this on clubbing or partying or food, entertainment.
Oh, wow.
This on bills, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And for now, like entertainment still comes on top, innit?
So do you pay for it monthly?
No.
So is it your
it's
current?
free.
Is it your debit card basically?
It's kind of like my debit card.
I was going to say that actually. That's something I forgot to say. Something that I do, and I think a lot of people should do, is I check my account every time, quite frequently.
Yeah, I check mine sometimes.
You know, just to see what's happening. But you know, very often people just keep swiping, and before you know, you can't swipe no more. You're like. So this is quite good. It actually it breaks it down for you and gives you different divisions.
And then to make it even better, when you travel, you get £200 to use on a card. Of your own money.
Oh. I was gonna sign up.
You don't get charged for it. Like if you use your card abroad within the £200 limit, you don't get to pay out international fees. Yeah, so it's dope, and it's helped me save so much money.
I might. But guys, we're gonna look at the steps that we can take towards this financial freedom. Like I said, it's an ongoing process. It's not something that you can achieve overnight. Do not get frustrated if you're not achieving it. You're thinking, oh my God, I can't save, I can't do this. It is an ongoing process. It is discipline. Misky, you mentioned something while we were on a break. You mentioned something about, a lot of people, they're paying lots of direct debits which are on contract, and even by the end of the contract, they don't even call the company and say, I'm done with that, don't want no more, reduce me. I mean, I had to do that with my mobile phone. I had no idea actually, but I knew it was around this year, and something came to my mind and said, hold on, am I not out of contract with my mobile network? So I called them, and I was paying £75 a month, but I'm out of contract now, and now they offered me something, £14 a month, and that's a massive saving. I mean, I can go Nando's more. I'm really joking. And that's the trick. I mean, or should I say, this is the trap. Don't say because you've saved, you're now going to spend it. Because that's what a lot of people do that. They do that. They save that big amount and you find somewhere else to spend it. So let's not fall into that trap. So, yeah, the steps. What can we do? I mean,
I always review my expenses every 3 to 6 months, especially on things that like mobile phones and things like that. At this moment, I literally don't have more than 3 direct debits coming out because I keep cutting it out. And the more I cut out, the more I increase my saving. One of the things I would touch on right now for my mobile phone. I remember when I just got my previous contract, I was living in a place where the signal was quite good, but then I moved and the signal was terrible. Call them on the phone. I call my mobile provider. I was on the phone with them. I got my contract from £50 to £35. I was complaining until they reduce it or tell them cancel the contract, because legally I'm meeting my end of the bargain by paying you every month. So I expect you to give me uninterrupted signal at all times. So if you can't do that, then let's talk. What kind of deal can we come to? Things like that. You have to be very, like, you know, tactic when it comes to things like that. With other expenses as well. If I know that whenever I take a new contract, I put it on my phone a month in advance. Make sure you cancel them. If they, like, literally, even when I buy things, like literally, if I can insure from my head to my toe, I will insure it. There's nothing I will not buy. I've insured £1 headphone. That is how, like, I'm sorry, it's not being cheap, it's just covering my back. If I insure £1 for 50p and it goes I got my £1 back, I only lost 50p.
I just thought of the 80-20-20 rule, so living off the 80-20-20 rule, so living off 80% and putting away 20%, and 10% out of the 20 should be going towards your savings, and the other 10% should be giving. And I always believe, even people that are atheists believe in giving, because when you give, the universe will automatically give back to you. So living off the 80% and then 10% going towards your like an emergency fund. So having that 10% put away as savings, so if anything goes wrong, you can just stick into that emergency fund, and then the other 10% can be towards your giving. So that could either be charity, church, whatever organisation, and then living off the remaining 80%.
That's nice. And whilst we're on that, I mean, for other people, is it possible for some people to be financially free when they're planning a huge wedding?
You just said huge wedding.
Apparently, I saw on Twitter, BBC says they spend £32,000 on a wedding. That's the yeah. And I feel like they're looking from the Nigerian perspective, it's going to be more.
Probably 100. And financial freedom as well.
Yeah, I know people that are still paying. I mean, 2 years after the wedding, they're still paying towards.
Oh, so like they probably got a loan or something.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Why are you laughing this thing?
No, I'm just
I'd rather do a quiet wedding and forget about it, rather paying. Because what if you divorce and everything? So what's going to happen?
You go back and spend the loan.
Why were you laughing?
No, I'm not laughing. I'm just saying, God forbid, and said, listen, I refuse to go and borrow money to get married. And I refuse, in fact, I reject it upon my husband's life, whatever it is, that he will have to borrow money to get married.
Quick one. So, alright, so say you're Nigerian, yeah? Okay, and I know some countries, yeah, like when you get pregnant out of wedlock, like you have to do the shotgun wedding, then.
Yeah, I didn't even do that. First of all, that's how I'm staying.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm staying in agreement, you might, you know.
Okay, first of all, one thing about me, I'm not going to put myself in a situation I know that I'm not going to be ready for the consequence. But if that did happen, I'm still not going to rush it. There's no way I'm going to be borrowing money to get married just because I can cover that. Listen, it's happened, let's deal with it. But I refuse to then say, okay, let's go and borrow money. Look at it, for example, you can borrow money, we then get married, and then in marriage, we're then having to struggle to pay that money back, or you lose your job, or I lose my job, or things happen, and then we now having to start running from the law because we I'm just saying. But the thing is, for me personally, I don't believe that. Listen, wedding is a day, marriage is a lifetime, is a lifetime. And the thing is, people pressurizing you to go and give a big wedding, that's for them, that's not for me. If it's a 1K wedding that's going to satisfy my need, it's 1K wedding that I'm doing, and I pray to God that, and I know God loves me so well that He will not give me a useless husband. The husband will have to be the same mind. He's not going to put himself in debt just to please other people. Did you know what I'm saying? Like the same thing as well. If, for example, we have some other investment coming up, like financial commitment coming up, and our wedding is coming up as well, we're going to have to prioritize. If the wedding means, okay, instead of 200 people coming, it's 50 people, and it's 50 people who can afford to feed without borrowing, then it's 50 people we're going to have. After, I don't have any friends anyway, so because just stay in your house. I'm sorry, stay in your house. I stay in my house.
Yeah, because if you think about it, the wedding is most of the time for other people, like especially when I go to African weddings, 99% of people there don't even know the wedding couple.
Exactly.
There's people just there. They heard about it. Oh, there's a wedding. Like weddings are becoming like a motive now. Like people just go to weddings. Like, and then half of them there don't even know the bride and groom. They're just there for food or whatever. So to me, it's or it's the person maybe that's getting married is they and they want to be there. It's like the in thing now. So to me, it's like live within your means and do what you can afford. And at the end of the day, as what Mixie was saying about, it's a lifestyle. The marriage is the lifestyle. Wedding is literally just a day. So I think that's very important as well.
Yeah,
live within your means.
You don't want to get married, John? Why?
You saving
You
yourself
keep saying that, you know.
Why, John?
I'm open to marriage.
Oh, he's definitely not watching this right now.
I ain't getting married, you know.
But why'd you say that, John? I mean, that's another topic, but why'd you say that?
It's just long, innit? Like, you know.
My brother is like
You
that
probably
as
should
well.
if you meet someone that you want to spend the rest of your life with.
That's the topic. For
No, one more thing. It just keeps coming to me. Like people, I think weddings are lovely and marriage is lovely, but I feel like if you're going to build a foundation with someone, I feel like certain things need to be put in check before.
100%.
Like for example, there's no point of you getting married and then you have no house to go to, or there's no point getting married and you're both still broke. Like to me, what are both of you coming with? First of all. Has he got things prior to marrying you? Have you got things prior to marrying him? Have you got deposit? Like you need to have certain things in place because you can't build a house without foundation. Foundation needs to be laid. So we need to be realistic, like, and take, obviously a lot of people are looking at the religious aspect, but also we need to think very realistic about how life is and whether we've got the practical elements in place before we think about the wedding, because as we know, it can easily go into more a debt, and we don't want it to be a debt. We want it to be something that will be memorable, but not you having to stress. Because let's keep it real, like when 1 in 4 people get divorced, and the main reason is because of money and financial reasons.
Yeah.
That's why most people get divorced. So you don't want to then get married and you're then stressing out because of all these debt.
But I think the main thing, like you said, you touched on, is religion. That's what's forcing people people who are religious to say, you know what, I can't wait till I attain. And I can totally understand. People can't wait till they save a deposit to buy a house before they get married. They can't wait until all these things are achieved. So I can totally understand that. So what's your advice in that respect?
I think definitely, like, even though I'm a huge supporter of get a place first before you get married, but at the same time you can still live on renting and still be financially free, okay? Don't gotta be borrowing money to buy a house because your mates are buying a house. I'm sorry, you're not gonna do that. If renting is what is visible at the moment for now, do it. But don't go and be renting and you're spending 30,000 in the wedding when you could have spent 10,000 and you maybe 20,000 to buy a place.
Listen, that's the bit.
Renting.
That is the bit that I still can't comprehend. Like to go, there's nothing wrong with renting. There aren't enough properties for everyone.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
renting is
Not everyone is gonna buy a
Exactly,
house.
everyone's gonna buy a house. You can buy a house later on in your life, the two of you, blah blah blah. But what I don't understand is to spend a large amount of money only to be giving someone back rent, to be paying rent on a property.
Paying somebody else's
But then
mortgage.
again, another school of thought would say, well, I was happy for that day. I spent my 40k, 30k, and I looked at the bomb. I looked amazing. I loved it. So I don't know.
Everything in life is all about choices, but the choices we make, whatever choice that is, we need to be ready for the consequence. If I'm happy to spend 30k in my wedding and be renting, that is my choice, and I'm ready for that consequence. The point is not to be broke and be financially free. It's to still enjoy your life and still be free. No, it's to enjoy your life and still be free.
What about the journey to get there though?
Yeah.
Because sometimes you do have to sacrifice
You do
and
have-
not
of
go
course.
and not spend as much to, and you may not have to. You may have to miss out on a few
Of
events
course.
and stuff,
You
but
may-
it's only for short.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a journey.
Definitely.
But when you're there, you're good.
Yeah,
Okay.
you probably have to watch your friends buy nice cars, buy houses,
Yeah.
buy all sorts, and you're still there thinking, oh
Even
my
talking
god,
of
when's
cars as well, you know, a lot of people. I even heard people are paying monthly for a Rolex watch.
no way.
I'm what does it make? Does
Why?
it make
Yeah,
sense?
it's
Spend a lot of money.
direct
Even
debit.
big as it
Why?
is. I'm thinking, really?
Okay,
I think that was
that's
that
deep
deep.
to
I
me.
think
That's another level. I'm not even.
Direct debit on Rolex.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Jesus.
Yeah, I used to look at a lot and I see a lot of things happen, and I'm on social, you know.
Wow.
I mean, people are still trying to understand when people pay so much money on cars, you know, per month and everything. I don't know when can afford to pay 20k or 40k on a car, you know. But I mean, if it's something you can afford,
Yeah,
fine.
why not?
You know, but when you think
A
of this watch,
Rolex.
I'm thinking, I don't even know what you're watching, like you're using, you know.
You have your favorite
I've got, yeah, you know. So who cares? Like, why you spend Rolex?
God.
Do you think people below, like, on benefits can be financially free?
Of course, anybody can be financially free. It's all about
Really, it's not to be
management.
free, it's to work towards it.
Yeah, and it's about management of that money, any income that's coming in, living within your means.
Even like I know a lady, she's on benefits, she's driving the latest Range Rover, like
Wow.
she's living, like she
Yeah,
comes
so
to,
definitely there's something.
yeah, so there's something coming.
else.
And they'll soon get up. You watch me.
Yeah.
So are we saying like you can't be financially free just on benefits then?
You
can
can
be
still, but the thing is,
On universal credit?
we're not saying saving, we're just saying being free, because you can still be on benefit and still live within your means.
Yeah, living within your means.
Yeah.
That's what it
Being
is.
financially free doesn't mean you have to have money in your account. It just means that.
But
you
I've
are
come
living
across
within your
people
means.
who are trying to live within their means. Their expenses are not even that great, but they struggle with what they're actually getting from
On
social
benefits,
welfare.
yeah.
And that's where we have to step in to like sort of like bridge that gap in, like give them extra income.
I think
So-
again, what I say is for them to go into some sort of skills working as well. Like, you know, there are a lot of things they do for themselves. Like for half of the things I do for I usually pay to do, I do for myself. My hair, for example, I know how much I used to spend on hair a month, a week, in a year. And then once I stopped that, I started doing my own hair myself. I saved so much money. You know, I started making my own stuff myself. I started saving so much money. The thing is, it's not that it's not possible. It's just sitting down, having to look at everything holistically and say, okay, what can I do to improve it? Even if it's one thing you can do to improve it, that is great. You're getting started. And one thing I just want to say is, just before we round off, is this: if you've been affected one way or another, or you're struggling and you need help, reach out to any of us. You can reach out to me directly as well. Like areas I can advise you will be, if you're a young person and you're trying to save for a home, there's so much details out there that I can help you with, and I have so many spreadsheets I've helped other people with, and I'm more than happy to help you with that as well. And also, if you're a sort of person that you've got a skill set but you don't have to monetize it, reach out as well. You can. My detail will be on the screen as well. I'm on Instagram. Reach out to me. I'm more than happy.
What's your Instagram name?
It's Miss Galicious. So just at me at Miss Galicious. Just put London Discourse. I'll know you'll send me from the show, and just talk to me. Like if you're struggling and you're trying to save to just get you that step further to buy that place, and you need to just have a look at it, I'm more than happy to send you some spreadsheet, have a chat with you, and just get you there. And also, if you have a skill set and you don't know how to monetize it, I'm more than happy to speak to you as well and see how you can make some money, no matter how little. Even if it's £10, it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
So that's all I would say.
I want to go back to your point. I see what you mean, Johnny.
Oh.
I want to go back to your point. I see what you mean about people on benefits. As much as they can try to manage it, I think the point you're trying to drive at is the money's not enough.
The money's not enough.
It's
no.
not enough, and that is a realistic point. We're not talking about those who are
I don't think everyone can attain financial freedom.
That's actually.
I don't think
correct.
it's a possibility for everyone, but for those who can actually attain that, well done.
Yeah. I mean, and those who are on benefits and want to work towards that, it is a case of either, you know, getting a career that gives you money or utilizing your skills, or both. You know, you have to do something than the benefit. But you're right, and that's the point you touched on. That is the sad reality of it. It's reality. Not everyone can, and people on benefits are suffering. They are struggling. Although you do have those who are still driving Range Rovers, don't know how. But yeah, that's the reality.
So you can talk to her about monetizing a Snapchat guru thing, you know.
Yeah.
We talked about it in the past as well. I spoke to you about it in the past. Yeah, I did.
So guys, thank you very much for watching today. I hope you were able to take some things with you. I hope you learned something from us. I mean, I certainly did as well. And I want to thank these guys for coming along and sharing their experiences and their personal issues and things that they've been through with us. Do stay tuned. We have lots of shows packed for you, and see you soon.
See you soon, people.